Hi, friends. Welcome to the Fabulous Empty Nest with me, your host, Angie. Today is Wednesday. We had a pretty good storm last night here on the North Coast. Lots of wind and rain, and it blew all the leaves off the trees, which I was wondering when that was going to happen. But I have a tree in my front yard that is full of beautiful green leaves, and then next to it, I have a dogwood. It's a Japanese dogwood that has these big red berries, like the size of golf balls on it, and supposedly it's a fruit you can eat. I don't know. My husband's been playing with it, but I don't know. I'm not eating it. I'm working from home. I got up super early and did some work, so I've got a couple hours to play, and so I've got all my yarn set up on my table, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm having a little challenge with my phone holder. I bought this ring light on Marketplace, and the light works great, but the phone thing kind of wilts as you talk. Good news though, I did just buy a brand new tripod that has a light on it. Slowly but surely, I'm acquiring some tools to aid me in this YouTube uh, journey. And so I told myself when I did 20 videos, I could buy a new camera, which I have not. I'm still using my iPhone. Um, I want to make sure I find the right one. So I'm not rushing into it at all. But I did get the new tripod and my new microphone. So I'm hoping this will add a little quality. I have so many projects going on and I want to share some things with you. So the first project is um, the sweater for my daughter, Chelsea. I have 5 daughters, and Chelsea is the middle daughter. And she likes very clean lines. She likes, um, just, to describe her, she likes Chanel, which I do too. My daughters say they like to smell like their mom, which I think is probably one of the sweetest things I've ever heard. But she likes Chanel like I do. And she likes clean lines. She doesn't like clutter. So I was trying to okay, incorporate that into a sweater for her. She's also very petite, and she has the most beautiful bright blue eyes you've ever seen, and beautiful skin. So I was like, what do you want, Chelsea? And she's like, really love pale pinks and tans and like champagne colors. Oh, so I found this yarn at Hobby Lobby. It's called Fuzzy Slippers, which is actually perfect for Chelsea. Um, the colorway is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's not exciting by any means, but when it's made up, it's quite beautiful. Um, I have both of the hexagons completed, or at least I thought I had them completed. I'm just really struggling with what I need to make for her. As you can see, I added this champagne color just in a couple of places. I don't like it, but I don't hate it, but I don't like it. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave it though, because I was just going to frog these and just start over, but I think I'm going to try to salvage it. I think what I'm going to do is do a 3/4 length sleeve on her and do that champagne around the trim here, a nice trim. And then around here, just do a simple trim around the bottom of the sweater and, around the neck. Usually when I do these, I do like a round. So I go down the front of the sweater and around the bottom of the sweater and back up and just do like a round of about 3 inches of front post, back post, which makes a really nice trim. But I think that's too much for her. So I'm going to just do a simple trim around it and just keep it super simple for her and keep it clean. I think that's the plan for this sweater for her. Just so you know, I actually filmed 35 minutes of video prior to this and realized I hadn't turned on my microphone. So I have a 35-minute video. And during that 35 minutes, I actually worked out the Chelsea sweater. So I'm feeling very good about that. So I also bought this at the same time. I had made a hat out of this. I had just purchased one skein when I was in Florida because this reminds me of Florida. It screams Florida. And so I bought one skein and made a hat, and then I made like an ear warmer or head warmer or whatever they're called. This is called The Struggle is Teal. I think this is so lovely, and I want to make something for myself out of this. I have 3 skeins, and so I'm not going to jump the gun and make anything and then just be unhappy with it. I'm going to wait until I find the right project and I have the time to do it. And I'm going to make myself something beautiful out of this yarn because I live in a coastal town. It's not your typical coastal town like Florida. It's Northern California. It's not even like Southern California. We have really dark sand. Our water's like 50 degrees and we have waves that will suck you away. So it's not like a ocean that you go out and, frolic in by any means. So that will be like, if it's going to be a cover up or something like that, it will be a vacation piece. So I bought this. I hope I'm not going too fast for you all. I bought these Karen cakes. I bought 2 of them. It's the cloud cakes. It's a 4-weight. It's a little thin, I think. And that's probably my mistake. It's calling for a 4.5, and I like using a 5.5. That's my favorite hook. But what I'm making is a cowl, like a nubby kind of ridged cowl, and then I'm going to make hand warmers and a hat. So this is going to be my little set that I'm making. Don't know who it's for yet. Actually, we have at work up on the Rancheria, we have a big, huge Christmas party, and we do like Dirty Santa thing. And I like putting beautiful crocheted items in there because people are always asking me, like, will you make me something? And I don't often because they can buy something, but unless like I feel from the heart that I need to make them something, then I will. But I got to be feeling it because I got a lot going on. But so anyway, I might just make like a hat and a cowl and hand warmers and make that my Dirty Santa gift. We'll see. So I think I showed you this last week. I made this while I was in Florida. It is a shawl, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the shell on the outside of it or if I wanted fringe. I did the shell and I hate it. So I'm going to frog the shell and redo the fringe. And I'm going to do that tonight while we're watching The Diplomat. But this is the shawl. It's really quite lovely. So I'm going to be working on that tonight to finish it because this is a gift for somebody I love. What else do we have? Oh, we have this. This is a pattern from Melody Yarn Tinka's channel. It's going to be a poncho, I believe. But I think this colorway is very beautiful. Every time she would show us, one of the scarves or shawls that she made or the ponchos, I was always in love with the colors. And she uses the Red Heart Melange a lot, and I'd never used that. So I purchased some. And I don't know. I mean, it is not the softest yarn I've ever felt. I used Red Heart for like 25 years because that was all we could get. Uh, but I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not great. It's called Showtime, is this color right here that I'm using. And the color is divine. It's just, the yarn's a little weird. But I'm making it happen. Making it happen, and it will be beautiful when it's finished. This is another one that I'm working on, and I do love this yarn. This is very soft. This is called Premier Spun Colors, and this I believe is Iris. Beautiful. Another shawl. I think this reminds me of like a Monet painting. I've said that before, but it is just so pretty. So working on this, I have 2 skeins of this. So I'm going to finish this up. And then this is another one that I'm working on. This is another shawl. This is just out of Karen Cakes. Not can't remember which one it is. It's just like their 4-weight, nothing special yarn. But I think this is going to be really pretty. It's different, not really like my colors, but I think it's going to be beautiful. People around here really like shawls in my little hippy dippy community. You know what we're called around here if we're hippies? This has been a name that they've been calling the female hippies around here for since I was a little girl. Humboldt honeys. That's what they're called. Usually a Humboldt honey is usually they have a pair of hiking boots on, and then they have a pair of leggings, and then maybe a pair of sweats over the leggings, and then they have like a sweatshirt on, and then over the sweatshirt they're wearing like a long corduroy dress, and then probably a beanie cap. That's a Humboldt honey. Let's see. Okay, here's another one, another melange that I'm working with. This, I believe, is called paparazzi. I think this is really pretty too. I'm a big fan of these kinds of greens, like these olives and interesting greens and kind of marigolds. Really love those colors. They speak to me. So I've been wanting to make a vest, and this is what I started, and I hate it. So I'm going to frog it. I love the colors, but I wanted to make um, a long vest. So I think what I'm going to do is frog this, and I'm going to make them out of granny squares. A long, like 70s vest that I can just tie in the front and wear with like jeans and a long sleeve top, like a Henley or something, and boots. That's my vision, but I don't like this at all. I'm not a open weave person other than like granny squares. I like chunky weaves, but I think I don't know, this just isn't speaking to me. It is pretty though, isn't it? So I don't know. I'm learning that what I used to like, I don't necessarily like so much anymore. What else do I have? I went to Dollar Tree, and somebody had told me that, a while back that you could buy that chenille yarn. And I was trying my hand at scrunchies because I'd never made a scrunchie in my life. And so I went there and bought probably 30 skeins of that small chenille yarn called just chenille. I think it's by Premier, in a bunch of different colors, and came home and made a ton of scrunchies because they were so fun. But it's just not like I'd never made them before. And I was like, why am I doing this? Well, I can put them at my market, but I'm not even doing markets now. I'm not even going to do any until 2026 now. So I have all this chenille yarn. But anyway, uh, while I was there, I came across these cool little totes, and I think I'm going to use these for projects. I have my new cubicles up or cubbies up, and I have 2 rows of 7, and I'm going to use 1 row of that of 7 for projects because that's usually about average of what I've got going on. And these will be projects where I can put a piece of tape on it with like the information that I need to put on there, like the hook size, um, the sleeve to the skein of yarn. I'm learning that that's really important. So I'm going to use these. I'm going to go buy a few more, I think. Um, and they have them in different colors. So I'm going to get maybe some different colors too. But I've been working really hard at getting this yarn area tidied up and organized. And it's looking better every day. I just do a little bit here and a little bit there. I still have like 4 totes that just have random yarn and scraps in it. But the scraps are definitely getting used up because I'm using those scraps on my hawk moth afghan, which is, it's not quite halfway yet. But I took a little break from it because I started a new project and I was like, no, I need to go back to the hawk moth. That's the priority project, that and the Chelsea sweater, because the hawk moth afghan is for my son Benjamin. And so I need to get that finished. I want to get it shipped by the 10th of December at the least. or at the most. So that needs to be a priority for me for sure. But I also want to make this really cute sloth. I bought this sloth pattern. I'm not a big plushy amigurumi person. I made my first one just like 2 months ago and had some fun, made about 15 little plushies, big plushies, different ones. I do enjoy it. I have to admit. I kind of was always like, I'm not a plushy person, but I think I like it. My excuse is that being the mother of seven and having, walking into my daughter's room where it looked like plushies had been thrown up in there, I just, they were like the bane of my existence. But now I don't have any kids at home, and if I want to make plushies, I can make plushies and give them away. I have 16 grandchildren that I could be giving them to. So I think I want to sit down and work on that really cute little sloth. So that might be a weekend project. I thought that I had nothing planned for this weekend. And then my husband sent me a text this morning that said, "Oh, I totally forgot that I bought these tickets." And they are tickets to this amazing event up in, it's like northern Humboldt County. And there's this place called Lady Bird Johnson Park, and it's just this big, beautiful grove of redwood trees. And every year they light up this beautiful path, and you can go up there at nighttime. And it's this big event, and you get like hot chocolate, and then you get to walk through the redwoods at night on this lighted path. And every year it gets sold out, but we happen to get tickets for me, the hubs, and our granddaughter who's living with us right now. She's 18. And so we're going to go up and do that and have a nice dinner and bundle up and go do the walkthrough, which I think will be super fun. But other than that, I've got no plans. I am going to be crocheting all weekend, catching up on TV shows, watching some videos. I get up every Monday morning and Wednesday morning and watch Crochet with Coffee because she does her videos super early in the morning because she's on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast. And I like literally lay in bed and watch it because her videos are, they're not like super long. And it just is like how I like to start my day. It gives me a positive feeling. And I didn't even do that this morning because, like, at midnight, my brother sends me a text message from the hospital that alarmed me, and then I couldn't sleep. So I'm literally running off of like 2 hours of sleep. So I'm gonna clean all this up, head up to the hospital, check on my brother, take him the donuts that I bought him, and I bought him some hygiene, a little hygiene kit. Take that up to him, and and then I'm gonna come back and do a little work, and then take a nap, and then I'm gonna edit this video, and it should be out this evening. Um, What else? Oh, the main thing that I wanted to say is thank you to Tammy at Mompreneur. She was one of the very first video channels or crochet channels that I ever watched. I started out with Passionate Kelsey and Tammy. And the first video of hers, of Tammy's, that I ever watched, Mompreneur, was she was doing a recap of becoming monetized on YouTube, which I just want you all to know that's not my goal. Um, but I wanted to know the ins and outs of YouTube and kind of like how to do everything. And she did such a great video. And I think she's just got a really good mind for like business and creating content and all that kind of stuff. And I was just enamored with her because she's creating this life for herself so she can stay at home with her kids and provide to her family by doing this YouTubing. And I just really liked her content. And, she does more uh, plushies and things like that, which I don't, but I still really love her content. But anyway, she posted one yesterday. And as soon as I saw it, I jumped on it because I was like, oh my gosh, like another one of these videos about YouTube. And there was somebody on there who was trying to reach 100, I think it was 100 videos, maybe it was more, I don't know. But that struggle is real. When you're a new channel, it is really hard because you want more subscribers, but again, I'm not going to focus on that. It's exciting, but I really want it to be more about quality than quantity. But I'm not going to lie and tell you it doesn't feel amazing when I get new subscribers. So I'm talking to you all. Those of you that just came over in the last day or two, those of you that came over a week ago, 2 months ago, thank you, because it really is important. Excuse me. And I just want to say thank you to Tammy at Mompreneur for giving my channel a blast. I also got one from Sarah at Crochet with Coffee. And that means a lot to me when people, Melody Antica did it as well. So I've had 3 kind of shout outs from 3 lovely content makers, crocheters. And that means so much to me. And I want to um, show my thankfulness for that by providing good content, um, healthy, healthy, I'm going to say it again, healthy content. I have seen some channels out there that are not healthy. And I'm a wellness director. Like that's what it's all about for me is like physical, emotional, and spiritual wellness is really important to me. And so I will guarantee you all that I'm not going to put anything on here that will be harmful or negative on purpose, negative. I really want this to be a channel about connection and holding one another up. And I really felt like that was what happened last night when Tammy held me up and said, "Let's help her get to 100 subscribers." I'm not there yet, but I am very close. And I have no doubt that by the time this video goes out, within a few hours, I should meet my goal. My goal was to do it by the end of 2025, and so I think I'm doing pretty well. So thank you to all of you who have supported my channel and encouraged me, my family, my children, my friends. Thank you so much. This means a lot. I do have a new Facebook page that's for the Fabulous Empty Nest. It's not really active yet. I'm still working on some things. So that will be available soon. It will be more of a private Facebook page for my subscribers. And then I also just opened up my school account where I will do some tutorials and things like that. I'm not a big fan of TikTok. People keep telling me I need to do it, but I just feel like there's a lot of really like weird and unhealthy content on there that I don't want to be part of. So I do have an Instagram account, but I'm still learning how to do all that. Again, I am so new at this, and I'll just tell you a quick story before I get off here. When I first opened my YouTube account, we had gone to a baseball game and it was a sunny day, and I'm standing at the top of the bleachers in a pair of ripped jeans, my big sun hat, and bare feet. And I'm tan, and my husband takes a video of me from my feet and then slowly pans up, and I just gave like a this, right? And it was basically my introduction to the fabulous emptiness. Here I am, not worrying about kids, watching young moms chasing their children, and I'm just like, chill, living the best life, right? Not chasing children. And so I did a short with that video. And my daughter, my youngest daughter, who does a lot of content creation, sends me a text and she's like, "Mom, no." She's like, "You're going to get the wrong kind of people. There are like people out there with foot fetish and you are going to get the wrong kind of people. So we need to dial back on that a little bit." So I took it down. But it was funny because, and then I think one of my shorts on there is like, how to be a fabulous empty nester, go places that make you feel good. And it's a picture of me looking at the beach, and she's like, "Mom, that's kind of weird. Like you're just looking at the camera." And I'm like, "Yeah, but the Pacific Ocean's behind me." And she's like, "We're going to work on this." So my daughter has really helped me. Like, "Mom, don't have the TV going in the background. Mom, don't show the hall tree with Scott's, you know, upholster and weird stuff on it. Those kinds of things. Like I'm learning what's appropriate and what's not. And so I hope that I always try to put out appropriate stuff. If I don't, forgive me. I'm learning. I think that my channel is only like 2 months old. I've never done anything like this in my life. So bear with me as I grow. More tutorials. I've got a review coming up, and I would really, really like to do a roundup, a pattern roundup, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I already have my Pinterest page ready to go. I just don't know how to do it yet. So I'm figuring that out, but more good content to come. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me at the Fabulous Empty Nest. And until next time, take care of yourself and be well. See you soon.